What just happened? You got Dan, Jules, and a very close-up Xander here. And today we're here to talk season 2, episode 6 of Severance called Attila. Lots of theories going around this episode, guys. So we're going to do a theory video this week, and next week we're probably going to do 2. So get your theories in. Whatever you think's going on, do you have the answers? Are you sure about something? Let us know. Anything you guys want to talk about before we get into the recap? Any
Best
hot
show.
top? Best show
Best
ever.
show on
Best
TV.
show ever.
Yeah,
Best show
agreed.
Like,
ever.
nothing even comes close.
Yeah.
I would just like to take a moment to appreciate the cinematography in this episode.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
It's going to win
Ugh.
all of the Emmys. All of them.
If
Everyone.
it doesn't, I don't believe in anything anymore. There is
Like-
no God.
Every one of those like blurs between Annie and Audi Mark, I probably replayed like 3 times because it was just fucking so cool.
Ugh,
Yeah,
So
man.
good.
It's
So
just
good. The
so cool.
editing. It's amazing. Top notch. All right. So we kick off this week with Mark talking to Ragabi about what he saw. And he's like, why is she rattling off a bunch of facts? And he's talking about wellness sessions, of course. And she goes, all I know is that she is essential. She's very essential. And we know that because of Cold Harbor and how important Cold Harbor is and how Mark is the one that has to complete it. By the end of this episode, is he going to be able to? I don't know. Well, that shit's crazy. We'll talk about it. But the Gemma, is still in there, is what she says.
She didn't even recognize me.
When you get her out, it will be the 2 of you out here together.
Gives him a little bit of hope.
I think
then,
she's lying.
you think so? Oh, that would be sad.
She gave, I don't know, she gave kind of mad scientist vibes to me this episode.
Okay, fair.
A
I
little
feel
bit.
like she has an ulterior motive. I don't know. I just feel
Not
sketchy about her.
trusting Ragabi.
I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong, and I never say that.
Does it not make you wonder who Ragabi is?
Yeah, well, we know she worked there before.
Yeah,
She-
but how high up was she if she actually knows that Gemma's still in there?
True.
I feel like not a lot of people know what's going on with Gemma.
That's true. Yeah.
Mm.
Or does she have someone feeding her information? Maybe.
She the
I
one
don't
that
know.
invented Severance?
Oh,
Like, is she like
God.
the person that was doing it? I could see that.
Theory's flowing already.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, that'd be kind of funny though, if she was the one who started it, and now she's like
Trying to
Trying
trying
to
to
fix
like
it.
MacGyver her way into a fix.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
need that. Okay,
Yeah.
that's my
I
theory.
actually
That's my
kind of
Ragabi
really love
theory.
that.
Yeah.
That's your
I love
Ragabi theory?
that.
You
Yeah,
stamping
that's
it?
Yeah, she was the first surgeon to do the severance procedure.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Surgeon. Yes, I could see that.
I'm down with
I
the
thought you
theory.
meant like came up with like the actual like
Maybe
made the
that
chip
deep,
and
but
shit.
for sure, yeah. She's-
Surgeon,
yeah.
hands down, I could see that.
And then Mark's talking about bargaining, one of the stages of grief. And he's like, all the ways I'd change if I got her back. If you get that one person back, talking about how we drink less. We actually had someone comment that Gemma willingly went in to get severed into Lumen because of Mark's drinking. Now, that's an out there theory, but some people do think that. So I had to mention it.
I mean, it could be. There was some interesting reasons surrounding Bert and his reason for severing too. So.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting stuff. All right. And then Dylan talks to Helly and Mark about the drawing of the testing floor elevator and the directions that were on the other side of it. So they have essentially a map to get to it, right? And they're all talking about it. No one wants to do anything about it. So Helly says,
Maybe. Did everyone sever their balls in the elevator this morning?
so good. Perfect line
I
by
love
Helly.
her.
And then Mark starts going in and out. He's having flashes, and this happens throughout the episode. The editing stuff that Jules was talking about, I'm sure this is one of the moments.
Mark, you okay?
You texted us like a couple minutes into the episodes saying this is
I
the
think
best
I was like less than 5 minutes in.
Yeah, so maybe this is the part you were talking about because I really enjoyed that as well. And then we see Milchek talking to Miss Wong, and he says, you can't graduate from this fellowship until I deem you winter tide material. And by the way, I'm busy the rest of the day. Paper clipping stuff. He doesn't tell her that. So watch the floor, but sit at your regular desks. You can't sit at my desk. Okay.
I loved his just very professional snapback at her.
Yeah.
As
know
a
what?
sassy businesswoman, I appreciate that.
And you missed last week, but Xander was talking about how he wants Milchek to turn, right?
I think you will.
And
Mm.
I
Mhm.
I sense that now. I don't know why I see it in his eyes.
He feels slighted.
Those
Yeah.
pictures broken, man. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, that was
Yeah,
his
well,
turning
and you
point.
could tell the way he asked Natalie, which by the way, her little subtle
Mm-hmm.
was
Yep.
brilliant. I loved that.
Yep.
But yeah, the way he asked her about those pictures, yeah, he's feeling some type of way. And
Yeah.
especially like being like fucking told on by some 12-year-old. Come on.
Yeah.
Right before your evaluation. What a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Brutal. All right. And then the scene, they finally talk about it. You know, Mark had to tell Helly what happened. So he tells her this.
I'm gonna go get that map.
Helly, we shared vessels.
So she thinks he's talking about Miss Casey. He's like, no, you at the retreat in the tent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought it was you. I'm sorry. I had those feelings before the OTC, but she tricked us. She tricked me. She tricked you. I'm sorry. She's like, oh, she's trying to drive a wedge between us. I see what she's doing. You know what? I need a minute. I'm going to go for a walk. And I watched the after credit stuff where they sit down and talk about the episode. And Britt Lower, the actress who plays Helena, fantastic, by the way.
Incredible.
I need
So good.
to see her in more stuff. She was talking about it, how in that moment where she's sitting there, she's like, you know what? I want to take the power back. That's what she was doing. She wanted to take the power back from Helena and go her own way with it, not let Helena win in a way. So
Yeah.
that's what the actress said. And then Dylan is with his wife. Theory about this in a second. So he's learning more about their life, and he had a lot of phases, it turns out, right? He would try to make beer, he would go scuba diving, all this stuff. Diverse. He says, maybe I'm trying to find something I excel in out there like I do in here. She says, I wonder if you're just not happy. And then he hits on her saying, how can I not be happy? Basically, I got you. What else could I need? Then they start flirting a little bit. And that's the theory. Jules said this weeks ago. Gretchen definitely likes him more than his outie.
I told you guys.
Good call.
Bigger theory. I think by the end of Severance, now this is a tinfoil hat one. By the time Severance is over, Dylan's innie will be in charge. I think he will be permanent OTC. Call me crazy. I just see that happening.
I think that'll happen way before the end of the show.
You
Yeah.
think so? Yeah?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would love it.
I could
think
very
that'd be-
much see that.
That'd be really cool.
Now, do you think there's a possibility of him getting reintegrated? Because I don't think so. But I also don't know if I could see any Dylan making the decision to be like okay with
Yeah.
basically killing his outie.
Yeah, sure. That's true. Yeah. I don't know. That's a tough call. What do you guys think? Let us know down below. We are doing a theory video very soon. So let us know. So then, yeah, he wants to hug again. He said he kind of likes hugging. And then this is what I was talking about. Helly's on the floor thinking about trying to take the power back. As per the actress herself, that was her words. Then she's thinking about their kiss with Mark when she got off the elevator to kiss him. And then Gretchen and Dylan kiss. So that's huge foreshadowing that she definitely likes him more, and Jules is definitely right about that.
I
And
love hearing
then,
those words.
yeah, and then Helly charges to go find Mark, and he was going to look for her. Hey, I was looking for you. I was looking for you too. I'm so sorry. And she says, you thought it was me, which means you wanted it with me. He's like, yeah. Well, it sucks that I didn't get that and she did. Well, would you like me to describe it? No, I don't, no, I wouldn't.
Like, what an awkward offer.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no, I don't
Yeah.
want you to describe that to me. Thanks, though.
I don't want her memories.
I want my own.
Would you like that?
Yeah, I'd like that.
How? Follow me. So they go into an
They're
empty
gonna
room.
bang. They're
Yeah,
gonna bang.
yeah,
They're gonna bang.
yeah. They go into an empty room. They hold hands. It's a very sweet
Giggity.
moment. They make a
And
tent.
It really
Yeah.
is because I realized, like, during the scene, like, that was her technically, like, her first time having sex, wasn't it?
Yeah, she was a
Yeah.
virgin. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I mean, I know that they know like basic things about the world, but I guess that's
Yeah.
an experience she wouldn't have had, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, yes, yeah. She was super nervous.
Mark was her
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, they were both super nervous. They get undressed. They kiss. He gets consent. He asks for consent, and yeah, they get it on. They
It
bang.
really highlights like the difference in like relationship that he has with Helly as opposed to Helena. And
Yeah,
I
for
feel like it's weird that he couldn't tell for
Yeah.
that reason.
I'm happy for Helly. You know, she's in love with Mark. Let's just be honest about the situation. She is. Now, it's a very tough situation for Mark to be in, especially by the end of this episode. How is he going to deal with this emotion now? I mean, we'll talk about it. That shit with Mark at the end is crazy.
Wait till he runs into Gemma. Oh boy.
Oh, geez, dude. That's a love triangle that I wouldn't want to be in. Geez, that's
It's
crazy.
either going to
shit.
be real messy or real freaky. Who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah. Throuple, just like Milchek said. And then speaking of Milchek, he is putting a ton of paperclip on files, so much so that his hands are now shaking and he looks again at the performance review, and he says to himself in the mirror, abandon childish things, grow up, and he ends on saying, grow. What'd you guys get from that scene?
He's trying to hold on to his lumen self.
I
Okay.
think so too.
Yeah, I think
Um,
the first season, you really get a glimpse into who he is as a person, I think. There's certain moments where he kinda lets that out. I think this version of him is trying to recognize, like, "That was a bad thing, I can't do that anymore," but I think he's
Mhm.
such a strong personality that the more he tries to contain it, the more he's gonna wanna rebel against Lumen
yeah,
as a whole.
you can see
Okay.
that he's struggling, and I think that was maybe him indicating that inner turmoil is what's growing. You know what I mean? I
Mm,
think he's gonna crack soon, and I really hope he
yeah,
does.
yeah, that lends to the theory that he's gonna turn. Yeah, I'm with
I
Mhm.
that.
really hope so.
Yeah. I think that scene was giving us a little nudge to be like, "Hey, watch out. He's turning." So then Helly says, "Was it different with me?" And then he just kisses her against the wall. It's very romantic up until the point where he thinks she's bleeding, but no, he's bleeding, just like Petey was.
Oh no, you're bleeding.
Oh, you are.
And I go, "Oh shit, what if he drops dead right now?" Now I was very scared for him this whole episode. A very dangerous
Yeah.
thing he's doing to learn this information. This is super dangerous, but that's what he's going to do. And he's going in and out again, in and out. He's home, he's at work, he's home, he's at work. What the hell's going on? And then boom, he's in his basement with Ragabi. Like, what the hell? How did that happen? He just forgot the rest of the day, or that
Well,
transition?
she said that there would be like spaces of time that he like can't account for
Right. Okay. All right.
during
Yeah.
the interim of him reintegrating.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
All
I'm
right.
assuming that time was, between when he left work and when he woke up in
Yeah.
his basement.
In his basement when she was working on him again.
Yeah.
And then she talks about flooding the chip through the hole that's already in his head. I didn't think that's how reintegration worked, but I guess so.
So I think she's trying a new technique with this. I don't think she's done this before because you see a moment where she's like, "Oh, I could just do this."
Oh,
I think
okay.
she's mostly trying to fix it from the outside, but this was the first
Yeah.
time she got
It
invasive.
kind of feels like, I don't know, it feels like maybe she's trying to like short circuit it or something. And I
Yeah.
know that's like really like a dumb way of explaining it, but
No.
Well, well, it certainly didn't sit with him in that moment because he freaks out and says, "By the way, I'm starving." And she goes, "Yeah, that's part of it." And he's like, "Fuck you, I'm out of here." And
okay. Can you see why I got mad scientist vibes?
yeah, yeah, I can.
Come
For
on.
sure.
She's like
Yeah,
digging around in this dude's brain.
yeah. Oh, that shit was gross at the end. Oh
It's
my god,
also
I couldn't
crazy
watch
how
it.
they go from sex scene to, hey, brain surgery. You ever
Yeah,
want to know
right.
what this looks
Yeah,
like?
Yeah.
yeah. Severance keeps you on your toes, that's for sure.
You, man.
So then Irving shows up to Bert, so I was very excited for this scene. And he says, "Who the hell are you?" "Just kidding, I know who you are." Ha ha ha. So people theorized in our comment section that Fields is the guy that went to OND, that goes to OND and brings the whatever it is, what have you, the dental equipment last time down to the testing floor because we didn't see the guy's face. People
I
theorized
think
that.
oh, he totally got severed and didn't tell Bert. Because
Possible, I don't think
because he
so.
realized that, remember, because he said, no, because he said that he believed that like severed people, like their innies
And
deserve
he's
love.
deserved love. Yeah. Yeah.
So I feel like he did that because he wanted his innie to go to heaven with Bert.
Yeah, well, that's what he said. Yeah. And they talk about severance and heaven. And yeah, the hope was that Bert's innie would go to heaven. That's why he did it. So what do you guys think? Let us know down below. And then quickly we see Dylan is now with his family talking about buying a car. His wife's like, chill. And he's like, all right, I'll just test drive it. Fine. And she tells him that they canceled the Lumen visit. She doesn't want to tell him that she kissed his innie because she likes him more, obviously. Yeah.
Now it's cheating.
Now
Now
it's
it's
cheating.
cheating.
If you
Yeah, that's
tell
true.
him
Yeah.
there's a line, there's a really weird gray
Yeah,
line there.
there's definitely a gray area there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that like, I mean, it'd be better if he was okay with it, but
Yeah.
yeah, the lying is. Mm-mm.
I don't even know if I'd be mad if I was outie Dylan. Be
I
like,
Yeah,
don't think I
right.
would be
all
I
right,
don't think I would
that's
be
personally,
weird.
either.
Yeah.
You're still the same person.
unless I knew that she liked him more.
Yes. That would
Yeah.
make me
But
feel
but at the
inferior.
time, if she was just like, "Oh, we smooched," I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Cool, I get to
That's
kiss my
good.
wife while I'm at work too."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, cool. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's how he would have taken it as well. I feel
Yeah.
I
like
think
he
so
would have been
too.
pretty chill about it. Yeah. So she's being sneaky about it, which leads me to believe that they're going to go further with romantic things now.
Yeah, it's the feelings why she's hiding it. She's
Yes.
hiding the
Yeah.
feelings, not the kiss. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Do
for
you
sure.
think she's gonna try to convince any Dylan to sacrifice Outie Dylan?
I
You
feel
know, we
you.
were
I
talking about
feel you.
earlier that
Yeah, yeah,
like any
yeah.
Dylan would be like kind of in control by the end of the
In
season.
control. I think
Like, do you think she's gonna influence that decision? Basically, is what I'm asking.
I think maybe she'll say to him something along the lines of, "I wish I was with you all the time," and he'll be like, "Well, I kinda know a way to make that happen." Maybe that conversation
Mm,
will go down,
okay.
possibly.
Could be like I was wondering why they make such a point of showing that severed baby mama in the first season. So it could be like a
Yes.
mirror
The
to that kind
senator's
of thing.
wife. Yeah.
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 I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for that to come back in a
Oh.
big way. Devin brings it up later in this
She
episode, which I was
does.
like,
Yeah,
"Oh."
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
god! Imagine that episode of Mari.
Uh,
I would love for that to come out. That'd be really cool. All right, cool scene here, guys. Mark is out to eat at a Chinese restaurant, and Helena is there. She's at the booth in front of him, making googly eyes at him. And then she just goes to his booth and says, "Nice to officially meet you." She apologized for the systemic error. The OTC should have never happened. By the way, I'm like the head of the company, Mark. Yeah, I know who you are. And you should meet my father. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. So Mark is like, "What
You
the
want to
hell are
bring me
you
home to
doing?
dad
You
already?
wanna" Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Your father?
Sure, why not?
You want to take me home to dad already?
What was her goal here? Is she onto him? Are they onto him? What was the point of this conversation?
I kind of feel like she's trying to test the waters with Outie Mark.
Yeah, because she brings up Gemma because of Hannah.
And I know you've already been through so much with losing your wife and all, Hannah.
Gemma.
You know she knows her name's Gemma.
Yeah, she did that on purpose. But I
Yeah,
think I kind of feel like she's like, maybe I can get a piece of this outside too.
maybe, yeah.
I'm sure there's a more evil, motive than that, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's the obvious one.
It's crazy. I love Helly and I hate Helena, and it's the same fucking person.
And
It's so weird.
that's what makes
Britt Lauer, great
Brit Lauer,
actor.
Britt
yeah.
Lauer. That's what makes
Great
Britt
actor.
Lauer so fantastic. Yeah.
So
Literally,
So bad with names.
the whole concept of that scene is so insane. While I was watching it, I was like, holy shit, man. She's gonna find him in the real world after she knows she just had sex with his innie. Like, oh man, it's so weird and
Oh my
tense.
god. I just
What?
I just realized that. I while watching the scene, I thought that he knew that they had sex, but
He
Mm-mm,
doesn't know
no.
still.
doesn't. Yeah, that's
No,
crazy.
but I think
Oh,
she's getting a
wow.
little suspicious because I think
Wow.
she knows. I think she realized that he like kind of recognized her like
Yeah.
in a different way. Like at the end. Remember when like he like paused before they say
Yeah.
bye?
Yeah, they do a nice little pause there.
I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
See,
she was like, was that some recognition?
Mhm.
You know that we
initially,
fucked. You know
I
that we
I
fucked, don't
I
you?
like kind of agreed with Jules initially. I was like, oh, she's like really in love with Mark, so she's like trying to get it on the outside.
Yeah.
But as
No,
it
I don't.
progressed,
Okay.
you don't think that? I think she's up to something.
That's not what I thought the motive was.
Oh,
Okay.
well, like,
No, I think she is trying to see if Mark will feel the same way about her on the outside,
oh,
so that
yeah,
she
Okay,
can
yeah,
alright.
yeah.
manipulate
Yeah.
him.
Oh, you think
Yeah.
she wants to? Okay, I don't know if it was. I feel like she was
I mean, it
digging.
could be either, but
The way the conversation went, it felt like prodding. You know what I mean?
like
Yeah,
see
yeah,
what he
yeah. For
knows.
A
sure.
little more
Yeah, yeah.
interrogation than just like
Oh, yeah.
flirtatious conversation. Yeah,
For sure. Yeah, I could see
yeah,
that. Yeah, why
yeah.
not? Yeah.
I don't know,
So yeah,
man.
they had the weird pause and then he leaves. And that was the moment that he decided he wanted to go full board with this reintegration process. But before that, guys, we see Drummond looking at a severed employee list. Here is the picture right here on your screen. Get all the names you can out of it. I spotted Dylan. Jules, you spotted some names. Spotted
Um, I,
Bert,
s-
right?
I saw Bird, I saw Irv, but I saw something else that I'm wondering if anyone else caught. So I paused it to obviously to look at some of the names, and I saw one of them. It wasn't next to like a name that we knew, I don't think, but
Mhm.
it said car accident, severance due to settlement question mark or something like that.
Interesting. Yeah.
So I just thought that was interesting because not only did Gemma obviously have an issue with that car accident, but then in the Lexington letter, so did Peggy. She died in a car accident.
Yes. Yeah.
So it just feels like they're like almost handpicking these people too.
And guys, we are doing a Lexington letter video that is coming, probably around episode 8 or 9, something like that. We're definitely going to do it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to do that with you guys. But if anyone has theories about that picture I just set up of the list of names, we'll definitely talk about it in the theory video. So go crazy. All right. And then we see they call each other Attila, Bert and his husband Fields. Then Fields goes,
Do you think you two ever made love at work?
Fields, Jesus.
whoa. He's like, no, I've been talking to the pastor about it. Innies deserve to experience love, which is what's happening with Helly and Mark at the moment, right? They love each other.
Mhm.
It's sad, it's sad but beautiful because he has a wife that's trapped there. That's not him. The Innie version
Yeah.
of himself loves Helly. Helly's Innie loves Mark. And yeah, it's sad and beautiful, which love is.
I'm really interested to see how that's gonna play out when
Me too. Yeah, me
Mark
too.
is, like, completely, fully reintegrated.
Yeah, which all right, here it is, guys. Let's talk about it. I know Xander has some things he's cooked up about this scene. So Mark gets home. Sorry for being a dick. Let's do it. Tonight. Back at it. So she cuts into his head. Gross as shit. Oh my god. Not putting that on YouTube when it spread it apart. I
Did
looked
you
away.
notice
I'm squeamish, bro.
that's
That
how the credits end this
Yeah.
season?
Oh yeah, that
yes,
is.
I
Mark
was
pulling
gonna say
himself.
that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good call. Good spot. Yeah. All right. So then she's going for the chip.
She floods
I
it with
thought
Oh
she
yeah,
just
she
something.
flooded
floods
it.
it. She
Yeah.
floods it. Yeah, that's my mistake. I misspoke. She floods the ship, and then he says, "How long will this take?" She says, "Fast." Boom,
Fast? How fast?
and then
You weren't getting girl.
shit starts going crazy. He sees the sex scene with Helly. He's like, "What the hell is that?"
What the fuck?
And then knock, knock, knock. Devin's at the door. He's like, car in the driveway. She knows I'm here. I gotta go talk to her. So Devin brings up the senator's wife, right? Which Xander just talked about. So that's gonna come back into play.
Woman.
It's coming. And she's like, I'm trying to think of other ideas of how we can do this. He's like, I'm trying something else. Don't worry about it. I'm on it, but you can't be involved. And she's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, what's that smell, by the way? And then he sees flashes of Gemma, and then he falls and he hits his head and he's knocked out probably. And Ragabi says, don't touch him. What the fuck? That shit's crazy. The final scene, Irv says goodbye to Bert. Do this again? Sure.
Fun. Yeah? Yeah. So we should do it again sometime.
But okay. I can't wait to see that also. But is Mark okay? Is he gonna miss time at work now? What the hell?
I think when we pop back in, he'll be like fully reintegrated. I was just looking up
Okay.
if you smell things before a seizure.
Fuck you, officially.
And what is that smell?
And
Stroke.
before a certain kind, it can be
Is it a
stroke.
seizure or
but
stroke?
you can do seizure too. In a
Is it
certain
seizure
type
too?
of
Yeah.
seizure. So maybe it's literally just a seizure.
Okay.
It could be.
Yeah,
And
next
that was
episode.
my first thought, is that it was like a stroke or a seizure of some kind.
Not just
Okay.
a seizure, by the way.
Sure,
Those
yeah,
things suck, but
That's bad. Very bad. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So it could be that, and then maybe he's at the hospital for a bit, and then maybe he's back at work to finish Cold Harbor. Because minor spoiler here, if you don't care about episode title names, the season finale is called Cold Harbor. So I'm guessing that's when they're gonna finish it. Does that get you excited, Xander?
Dude, I'm so uh dude, I'm like excited, but I'm not excited at the same time because we had to wait so long for the second season, and I don't want to wait, even though I know they're writing it.
I know.
I just, dude, I'm gonna be heartbroken when the show ends, but I just
if it
need
takes
it.
another like 2 years, I'm gonna rage.
It was
Oh,
3,
dude.
wasn't it? 3
It was-
years.
Was it 3?
It was almost 3.
I
saw a
stopped thinking about it. 'cause
I
got
saw a
angry.
tweet I saw a tweet in the past week. It was 3 years. So it was like 2 years and 11 months or something like that. Yeah. So
I
yeah.
can't wait that long again, man.
No, I can't either.
I
They need to
know.
get this shit
Also,
going.
I was just thinking, do you remember at the beginning when Drummond is talking to Helena? He says he's 80% finished. And I kind of feel like that was a bit of a double entendre,
Yeah, well, he got to 85
referring
at one
to
point.
or 85 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I think he both meant that Mark is almost finished sorting the files and that Kier maybe is almost done.
Ooh, cooking.
Yeah, I think
Yeah?
that's definitely. I think he was talking about Kier.
Oh,
Oh, really?
I assumed
I
that
thought
he
he
was
was ta-
talking about
I thought he was referring to like, oh,
Mark.
Mark's almost on the file, so we still need you down there to
Mm.
be, you know
Well,
what I
they
mean?
showed Mark's computer with the 85% on the screen at that moment, though. They showed that.
But I think that's what I'm saying is like I feel
It's
like
for
they kind of
both.
did that on purpose.
They're trying. Okay, all right, I'm with it. I'm with
Like
it.
Mark
Yeah,
is at the last, yeah, he's literally doing the last 15% of whatever MDR is doing. That's what it feels like.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
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 Man, that shit's crazy. Fuck, I love the show.
So
All right.
good.
Was anyone else really off put by the 3 desks? I don't like
Yeah,
that.
the
Yeah.
try
It really
setup.
Feels weird.
Yeah, yeah, it's strange. Corporate life. All right. Get your theories in. We're making a theory video as soon as possible. We'll try to get it out by Monday or Tuesday. We have many more theory videos coming out. We have the Lexington letter video coming out. So lots more Severance content to come. If you like this video, please subscribe. We'll be here again next week for episode 7 and then 8, 9, and 10. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Later.
Hi guys.
Of course.
Good. You may sit at your regular desk.
What just happened?
What just happened?
What just happened?
That just happened.
And we're
I'm sorry, I don't know what that giggle was.
Okay.
that's for the outtake.